Hello everyone, how are you? I hope all of you are doing really good. So welcome to another session of strategic management, and let's continue with strategic choice. So what we have done in the last lecture is about the internal growth strategies, that how we can grow. We are still on the growth strategies, right? So that's a huge topic. As I told you, that growth strategies is definitely going to be a big strategy. So what is there in the growth strategy? We have discussed about the internal strategy. Okay, we'll come to that flow chart. Where is that flow chart which we were discussing about the other day? See here. So we have done about the internal growth, right? Whether it is through intensification, we covered about diversification, we covered about right, concentric, conglomerate, vertical, horizontal, forward, backward, then through innovation, the expansion through innovation. So the internal growth part we have already covered, right? And I hope all of you have revised it thoroughly, you have understood it thoroughly. Now in this particular lecture we will be covering this external growth, now which is very easy. Believe me, this is one of the easiest things, and all of you must have already studied about a lot of things. You have already studied about a lot of things here, right? So the topic here is the external growth strategies. Now what is external growth strategies? What are we trying to do? In case of internal strategies, we focused on the growth of the product, right? Whether the existing product or whether we are coming up with the new product, this is what the focus area is. But in case of external growth strategies, we are not focusing on the product. We try to grow externally. How we try to go? We try to merge with an entity, we try to acquire an entity, we try to make a strategic alliance with the other business partners, right? So this is what basically we will be dealing with. Two things: one is the mergers and acquisitions, another thing will be the strategic alliance, right? Now what are mergers and acquisitions? Just understand a few things about mergers and acquisitions, right? That what is the benefit, why it is being done by the business. Now mergers and acquisition, what is there? There is a particular company, let's say ABC Limited, right? Now this ABC Limited is into garment manufacturing. They are into garment manufacturing, and there is another firm XYZ Limited, right? And this firm is into shoe manufacturing. Fine. Now, if ABC Limited wants to enter into the shoe manufacturing, what will happen? Forget about XYZ Limited for a moment and just think that this ABC Limited, they want to enter into the shoe manufacturing industry, right? Then what will happen, sir? They will have to, spend a lot of time in analysis. They will have to set up a lot of things. They will have to set up a space, technology, the skills, the knowledge, everything they will have to gain. They will have to spend time and money on that, isn't it? So ABC Limited is of the opinion that why to, spend so much of time, energy, skills, money and all those things, first analyzing and understanding the industry, then how to manufacture, setting up the technology, the plant, the space, everything. Why to do that? He says simply, let's acquire this XYZ Limited. Let's merge or acquire this XYZ Limited, which is already in the shoe manufacturing. They already have the facilities, they already have the machinery, they already have the technology, they already have everything that is required for shoe manufacturing. So that is a simple task. They say, why to go for a complicated thing? Let's make it simple, right? Let's merge with XYZ Limited or let's acquire XYZ Limited. Right, this is what is the merger or acquisition. Now, are these two terms absolutely same? The merger and acquisition, are they the same terms or there is a difference between merger and acquisition? We'll study about it. Let's start with it once, right? So when the organization, instead of growing internally, thinks of diversifying by making the alliances with the external organizations, it is known as external growth diversification. It can be classified in two ways. One is expansion through mergers and acquisition. The acquisition or merger with an existing concern is an instant means of achieving the expansion, right? So this is XYZ Limited is also an existing concern. ABC Limited is also an existing concern. So if they merge, or if it is being acquired, one firm is being acquired by another existing firm, that is a quick way of expansion. So you can easily expand. You can quickly expand. You don't have to wait to acquire the knowledge, set up technology, set up skills and everything. You don't have to wait for that, right? Just straight away merge with the company, acquire the company and start with the manufacturing, start selling. The market is there, everything is already set up by the existing concern. It is an attractive and a tempting proposition in the sense that it circumvents, it bypasses the time, risk and the skills involved in screening the internal growth opportunities, seizing them and building up the necessary resource base required to materialize the growth, right? So if ABC Limited wants to manufacture the shoes themselves without merging or acquiring XYZ Limited, they will have to first go for the analysis of internal environment. They will have to identify whether internally opportunities, growth opportunities are there. Then they will have to build upon all the resources which are required to gain that growth, right? So instead of that, he says, bypass everything, let's acquire XYZ Limited, right? So organizations consider the merger and acquisition proposals in a systematic manner so that the marriage will be mutually beneficial, a happy and a lasting affair, right? So when two people meet, when the two organizations meet, this is being considered as a marriage. So it should be beneficial for both. Obviously, it should be beneficial for ABC Limited also, and it should be beneficial for XYZ Limited also. Right? So it should be mutually beneficial. It is being conducted in a systematic manner. Right? Now, if both are being, what are the various benefits that both the companies will get if they merge? Let's say the ABC Limited and XYZ Limited merge with each other. What is the benefit that they will get? They will be able to generate synergy benefits. What are synergy benefits, right? Synergy benefits are, if you combine two things, what are the additional benefits that you will generate? What are the additional benefits here? Additional benefits will be the wider customer base, right? Wider market they will access to. They will get access to the wider market, wider customer base, right? Then technology, skills, everything is the synergy benefit. Technology, skills, etc. So that is why they are going for a merger, that both of these get benefited, and if they combine together, they can generate some additional benefits, right? So that is what is there, that apart from urge to grow, the acquisitions and mergers are resorted to for the purpose of achieving a measure of synergy, right? A measure of synergy between the parent and the acquired enterprises. So in this case, the ABC Limited is called the parent enterprise, right? And this XYZ Limited is known as the acquired enterprise, right? See, there is a difference. There is a small difference between the merger and acquisition. I'll come to that. What is the difference here itself? We will come to that, right? So synergy may result from such bases as the physical facilities, right? The physical land. If the two companies merge, they will have a huge piece of land available to them, right? Technical and managerial skills will increase because some of the technical people will be available with ABC Limited, some will be available with XYZ Limited. When they combine, their the managerial and technical skills will take up to the next level. Distribution channels, right, that will increase. They can make use of the distribution channels of each other. Both of them have the websites, right? So they make a website where combinedly they are posting the everything they are selling. Journal administration will get better, research and development, and so on. So in all these areas they will get benefited, right? Because some of the resources, some of the skills will be better available with ABC Limited and some will be better available with XYZ Limited. So when you combine the two betters, you get the best, right? Only the positive synergistic efforts are relevant in this connection, which denotes that the positive effects of the merged resources are greater than the effects of individual resources before mergers and acquisition, right? So instead of working individually, they decided to merge, and the benefits of the merged entity will be greater, much greater than what they were individually achieving, right? So merger and acquisition in simple words are defined as the process of combining two or more organizations together. There is a thin line of difference between the two terms, but the impact of combination is completely different in both the cases. Some organizations prefer to grow through mergers. Now he says the merger and acquisition, both these terms are used synonymously, but there is a slight difference between the two. What is that difference that is there between the two? Just try to understand. There is a company ABC Limited, right, which is being run by Rohit, right? I will not use the word limited here. There is another company that is XYZ, which is being run by Rahul, right? Now they decide that let's join hands. Individually we are not being able to achieve, let's join hands, right, and do work together. What they do, they merge this entity, right? They merge this entity and make ABYZ company, right? Now which is being run by Rohit and Rahul together. Now they are running this together, right? This is what is known as merger, right? This is what is known as merger. Sir, what is acquisition then? What is acquisition? Listen to it very carefully. There is ABC Limited, right, which is being run by Rohit, and there is XYZ Limited, which is being run by Rahul. Now what happened? This company is gone into the losses, right? But this company is financially strong. ABC Limited is financially very strong. Now what happens? The Rohit is looking for the growth opportunity in the business, right? That is, this is a shoe manufacturing and this is a garment manufacturing. Now what happens? The Rohit decides to take over this XYZ Limited, which is into losses, right? So this is what he takes over XYZ Limited, right? Takes over XYZ Limited. Now the new company, what is the name of the new company? The name of the new company remains ABC Limited itself, right? Or it can be a different name. Now it is not a merger. What Rohit is doing here is not merging with XYZ Limited. He is taking over. He is buying that XYZ Limited, right? Now this company will be run by Rohit and company only, right? Rahul will have no play in this. Rahul has given everything to Rohit now. This is what is known as acquisition. When you acquire, this is what is known as acquisition, right? For example, Zomato acquiring Blinkit, right? Acquiring Blinkit, which was earlier it was, I think, Grofers, right? This is acquisition. Tata and Air India, that is acquisition, right? Tata and Air India. So the name can work individually. He can work with ABC Limited separately and XYZ Limited separately, but he has acquired the entire organization, right? And he is the owner now. If Zomato has acquired Blinkit, now it is the company which is owned by Dipinder Goyal, right? Both Zomato is also owned by Dipinder now and Blinkit is also owned by Dipinder now, right? So this is what here ABC Limited is owned by Rohit, XYZ Limited is also owned by Rohit. In case of merger, both Rohit and Rahul will have the shares in the company. They both will be on the board of the company. They will both have the managing powers, decision powers. They merge with each other to gain synergy benefits, right? Individually they were friends. They individually were not achieving that good. So they decided let's merge and grow. Clear? So that is what is there in case of merger and acquisition. This is the difference between the two. Now read it. Merger is a process when two or more companies come together come together to expand their business operation. In such a case, the deal gets finalized on the friendly terms and both the organizations share profits in the newly created entity. Now here, whatever the profits will be earned from ABCYZ Limited, Rohit will also get a share and Rahul will also get a share. They have decided on the friendly terms that let's merge together and grow, let's beat the market. In a merger, two organizations combine to increase their strength and the financial gains along with breaking the trade barriers. Clear? Now, the second part, this is about the merger. Now, when one organization takes over other organization, what is the word here? Takes over and controls all its business operations, that is known as acquisition. Now, in the merger, you are not taking over the organization, you are merging with that organization. In case of acquisition, you are acquiring the whole control of that organization, right? That will be run by you now. In acquisition, one financially strong organization overpowers the weaker one, right? That is what I told you here, that ABC Limited is financially strong and this is into losses or a weaker company. The acquisition often happened during the recession in economy or during the declining profit margins. In this process, the stronger one overpowers the weaker one. The combined operations then run under the name of the powerful entity. Right now, the operations, the Blinkit is running under the name of Zomato, right? An entity of Zomato, they write it, Blinkit, the entity of Zomato, right? They are working under the name of that particular powerful entity. A deal in the case of acquisition is often done in an unfriendly manner. Now, this is not a friendly deal. They are not the friends or something, right? This is a more professional deal that is being done. It is more or less a forced association where the powerful organization acquires the operations of the company that is in a weaker position and is forced to sell its entity. Now, here the Rahul was not interested in selling, but he has to sell because the entity was already into losses and the economy was into recession and he doesn't see any growth opportunities. So ABC Limited, Rohit, which was a powerful entity, which was a financially strong entity, they purchase it, right? Similarly, Blinkit, which was earlier Grofers, that was into losses. So Zomato acquired it. Now, how they build upon the synergy benefits? Sir, Zomato, when acquired it, Zomato was already having a customer base which was ordering online. So the same customer base started ordering on the Blinkit also. Right, Zomato, this is how the synergy benefits, were created. Zomato was by acquiring Blinkit or the Grofers, they expanded their base. Earlier they were delivering only the food. Now they started delivering the essential items in 5 minutes, 10 minutes. They already were having the technology. They already were having the resources. They already were having the infrastructure which was required for that, the booking portals and the delivery people and all those things. They were already having everything. Zomato was already having everything. By adding Blinkit, they increased their profits by entering into the another industry, that is delivering everything at your doorstep in 7 to 10 minutes. So this is a perfect example of acquisition, right? Zomato acquiring Blinkit. Now, the types of mergers: horizontal merger, you have to read it yourself. Horizontal merger, vertical merger, we have already discussed it in the last lecture also. It is similar to that only. Horizontal merger, vertical merger. Horizontal is when you merge with a firm that is in the same business line, right? That is on the same platform. What is a vertical merger? Vertical merger is you are into mobile manufacturing, you acquire or merge with a company that is manufacturing the batteries. Now you are not directly manufacturing own batteries. You merge with a company or you acquire a company which is manufacturing the batteries for your mobile phone, right? That is a vertical merger. And vertical merger can be forward, backward, both ways. This is everything that we have already studied about, right? What is a co-generic merger? Co-generic merger is when the two companies are in the same industry, but they are not directly competing with each other, right? So I'll write here, what is a co-generic merger? The companies operating in same industry, right, but not directly competing with each other, So why they go for merger? Because they want to increase their product line base, they want to increase their customer base. What is the example here taken? The organization in the white goods category, such as refrigerators, right? So there is a company who is manufacturing refrigerator, they merge or they acquire or they merge with the company that is into kitchen appliances. Now refrigerator is also a part of kitchen appliances only, right? They are in the same industry, but they are not directly competing. Kitchen appliances can be the other appliances, the microwave can be there, the chimneys can be there, right? So the kitchen appliances is a separate thing. Refrigerator, they are in the same industry, they are serving the same set of customers, but they are not directly competing with each other, right? Two or more merging organizations are associated in some way or the other related to the production process, business, market, or the basic required technologies, right? Such merger includes the extension of the product line or acquiring the components that are required in the daily operations. So they are some way related, but they are not directly competing with each other, right? Either they are serving the same market, they are into the same industry, but not directly competing with each other, right? So that they can increase their product line. Here, why the refrigerator, this company, gone for the kitchen appliances. Now this is not a horizontal merger because they are not into same business. This is not a vertical merger because they are not in the process line. They are not in the same process line, but they are somehow related, not competing with each other, right? The technology being used in the refrigerator, the same technology can be used in the other products also, right? Some part of that technology may be used in the microwave, some part of that technology might be used in some other kitchen appliances which are required, right? Electric, other things can be there, so in which the same kind of a technology can be used. So when these types of entities merge, this is known as co-generic merger, right? Conglomerate merger, we have already studied about it. When the two companies who are merging, they are absolutely unrelated to each other. Conglomerate diversification, same, everything same, right? So we are done with the mergers and acquisition. This is all about merger and acquisition, sir. This was pretty easy, isn't it? Now, what is there in the expansion through strategic alliance? Strategic alliance is when two people, they come together to create a synergic benefit, or when they come together, they join hands to create something, to provide something which they individually would not have been able to provide, right? Okay. What is there? There is ABC Limited, ABC, and there is XYZ, right? This is into garment manufacturing, right? And this is into shoe manufacturing, right? Now, what they say, they are having, both of them are having the separate markets. They come together, right? They join hands to provide gym wear, or not gym wear. During the COVID, there was there was a lot of requirement for the PPE kits. Now in the PPE kits, you need the upper part also and you need the shoe part also, right, to provide PPE kit. Now individually they would not have been able to do it, right? Individually he would have made the upper part of the PPE, XYZ would have made the lower part of the shoe part of the PPE kit, right? So what they do, they join hands on this particular venture to provide the complete PPE kit. This is what is known as, because some of the technology is available with ABC Limited, some of the technology is available with XYZ Limited. They join hands to make a particular product, to fulfill a particular purpose or provide something which individually they would not have been able to provide it, right? This is known as strategic alliance. This is known as strategic alliance. Now, what is that one differentiating feature of the strategic alliance? The differentiating feature is ABC Limited will hold its individual position. Whatever the garments they were manufacturing, they will keep on manufacturing as such. XYZ Limited will hold this individual position. The shoes that they were manufacturing, they will keep on manufacturing. There is no interference from ABC Limited, or in the garment, there is no interference from XYZ Limited. But still, Still, they will join hands, they will share the technology, they will share the know-how for making the PPE kits. This is known as strategic alliance. They come together to achieve something, to gain the synergy benefits on something that individually they would not have been able to do, right? In politics, now this is very common, sir. This is very common. The alliances in the politics, you must have heard, right? The Congress making a alliance with Aam Aadmi Party. Why? Because they want to fight against BJP on a particular seat, right? Now, individually, they would not have been able to beat, but now they come together to fulfill a particular purpose, which individually they might not have been able to do it. Although both of them are holding the individual presence, the Congress is holding its individual status, Aam Aadmi Party is holding the individual status, but they come together for a purpose which individually they would not have been able to do, right? And fight against another party. So this is what is there, the strategic alliance. A strategic alliance is a relationship between two or more business that enables each to achieve certain strategic objectives which neither would be able to achieve on its own, right? So strategic objective is to provide the PPE kits, to manufacture and sell PPE kits. Now individually they would not have been able to do it, so they combine together, they join hands, build a relationship. The strategic partners maintain their status as independent and separate entities. So the status they maintain, the Congress remains Congress, Aam Aadmi Party remains Aam Aadmi Party. They are not going to rename it, but they join hands for a particular thing, right? For a particular objective. Share the benefits and control over the partnership and continue to make contributions to the alliance until it is terminated. So whatever the benefits they will earn from selling of the PPE kits, that will be shared between both, right? Both will have the say in this particular partnership. They are making a partnership for this particular project. They will have a say in it. Whatever the profits they earn, that will be shared between ABC and XYZ Limited in this, right? And they will keep on contributing until this alliance is terminated. Strategic alliances are often formed in the global marketplaces where the business that are based in the different regions of the world. Yes, I am sitting here. I want to operate in USA. I'll make a strategic alliance with a company in the USA that you do the selling on my part, right? And that company also required something. Simple, right? Advantages of strategic alliance. The strategic alliance usually is only formed if they provide an advantage to all the parties in the alliance, obviously. The advantages can be broadly categorized as organizational, right? What is organizational? That strategic alliance helps to learn the necessary skills and obtain certain capabilities from the strategic partners. Here in this case, he says the ABC Limited will learn from XYZ Limited that how to make shoes. XYZ Limited will learn from ABC Limited how to make the garment, right? Strategic partners may also help to enhance the productive capacity, provide a distribution system or extend the supply chain. So this is how the alliance can also be done, right? They can extend their website, right? XYZ is already having a website on which they are selling the shoes. Now they extend the website to ABC Limited that you can sell your garments also on my website. That's totally fine, right? The strategic partners may provide a good or a service that complements, thereby creating a synergy, right? Having a strategic partner who is well known and respected also helps add legitimacy and credibility to a new venture. So if both of them have a good standing in the market and they manufacture PPE kits, that will give a good image, reputation in the market that okay, the PPE kits are being made by ABC and XYZ. Both of these companies are the leading companies in their respective markets. So that must be a good PPE kit which they must have prepared. Okay. Next is economic benefits. Economic benefits is what? Economic benefits is the cost which is to be incurred on the making, that gets shared between the partners, right? The resources get shared between the partners. The technology know-how gets shared between the partners. So it is quite economical to make. There can be reduction in cost and risk by distributing them across the members of the alliance. So if the PPE kit fails, the risk will be distributed between ABC and XYZ, right? Both will suffer some losses, and if there are gains, both will have the gains, right? The cost will get shared. Obviously, if both of them come together, they make it, both of them are going to get it right. Now, if the BJP defeats Congress and Aam Aadmi Party, both of them are at the risk, right? It is not about just one person who is at risk, both the parties are at risk. Greater economies of scale can be obtained in an alliance. Yes, they can manufacture when they come together. They increase their productive capacity. Both of them can manufacture more number of units now. As the production volume can increase, causing the cost per unit to decline. Finally, the partners can take advantage of co-specialization, creating additional value, such as a leading computer manufacturer bundles its desktop with a leading monitor manufacturer. Right? So for the desktop, you need a monitor. So this computer manufacturing company, makes a strategic alliance with the monitor manufacturer, that let's join hands and sell the things together. Right? In this way, both of them are going to get, benefited. Individually also, they can sell. The monitor manufacturer can sell the monitors individually. The computer manufacturer can sell the computers individually, but they are coming into the alliance also, so that they can sell the bundle on the totality. In this way, they will be able to sell more number of units, thus creating the competitive advantage also. Strategic, sometimes it is a strategy, right? Sometimes it is a strategy to beat the competition. Rivals can join together to cooperate instead of competing with each other. Right? Now, Congress and Aam Aadmi Party, otherwise they are rivals, they come together. Instead of competing with each other, they come together. Right? Vertical integration can be created where the partners are a part of supply chain. Strategic alliances may also be useful to create a competitive advantage by pooling of resources and skills. That is what I was talking about, that if the two partners in the alliances, they pool their resources and skills, right? If Aam Aadmi Party and Congress, they pool their resources, they pool the money, they pool the ministers, now they can have a competitive advantage over the other parties, right? Now this may also help in with the future business opportunities and development of the new products and technologies. Strategic alliances may also be used to access the new technologies and to pursue the joint research and development. Now, some of the technologies available with XYZ Limited, ABC gets the access to that technology. They both of them together can do some research and development, that how they can make the better products. So all this is what the benefits that both the companies will get, right? The last one is political. Political, though we have already been talking about, isn't it? Political is sometimes the strategic alliances are formed with a local foreign business to gain entry into the foreign market, either because of local prejudices or local barriers to entry, right? So there is a foreign business which is working in India. You make a strategic alliance with that business. Okay, let's come together. I will provide you with that. You provide me with that. Let's come together and sell something in your country, right? That is one way of entering the foreign market. Right? If the monitor manufacturer is from the foreign, you are a computer manufacturer sitting here, you say, let's do it together, let's bundle our product and let's sell in the USA. Right? Now this is what? This is a strategy by which you can sell your computers in USA now. Okay, so forming the strategic alliances with politically influential partners may also help improve your own influence and position. So if you are able to make the strategic alliances with politically influential partners, if you make a strategic alliance with Mr. Ambani, who is a politically influential person, yes, right, then you can improve your position, because tomorrow a lot of people will know you also, that you are the strategic alliance partner of Ambani. Right? So people will start knowing you also, right? So what are the disadvantages of strategic alliance? The disadvantages is that you have to share your knowledge, your skills, your know-how, and today the person who is your strategic alliance, tomorrow he might become your competitor, because he has gained the expertise, he has gained the knowledge, skills, technology, everything from you, right? Do come with the disadvantages and risks. The major disadvantages is sharing. The strategic alliance requires the sharing of resources and profits, and also the sharing of knowledge and skills that otherwise the organizations may not like to share. You might have to share the trade secrets also. Sharing knowledge and skills can be problematic if they involve trade secrets. Agreements can be executed to protect the trade secrets, but they are only as good as the willingness of parties to abide by the agreements or the court's willingness to enforce them. There can be agreements, but agreements are there to be broken. That's as simple as that, right? So strategic alliances may also create the potential competition when an ally becomes an opponent in future when it decides to separate out. That is what I told you, that the person who is your partner right now in that alliance, tomorrow that partner, after acquiring everything, all the secrets and everything, he might become your competitor in the same segment. He might start providing the goods. Clear? So this is about the growth strategy. With this, the growth strategy is over. The external growth strategies are done. Expansion through merger acquisition and expansion through strategic alliances. Please revise this complete strategy in one go now. The internal part also and the external part also. Please revise it in one go, everything. And from the next lecture, in the next lecture, we'll discuss about strategic exit, turnaround strategy, then divestment strategy is there. We'll try to cover this whole part, right? The strategy exit, and then we will have strategic options. ANSOF product market growth matrix, we have already done, we have already done this topic. And ADL matrix, we'll just touch upon it. We have already done it. Then the BCG growth share matrix will be there. The last topic will be there. Okay, so I think almost 3 to 4 lectures more on this particular strategic choice, right? So see you guys in the next lecture. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy, keep studying, keep sharing. Thank you so much.